Hey guys, well, thanks for watching again. In this video, I thought we'd do a follow-up to the ring video that we did a little while back. There's a lot of new subscribers to our channel, so welcome guys. Also, a lot of you have sent in questions and suggestions that I thought were really good. So in this video, we'll just go through all of those and hopefully answer your questions. And I have them all printed out here. We're gonna end the giveaway from the last video. Here's this youth size shirt. Doesn't fit an adult, but so I picked a few winners at random here. So here you go. Captain Link, congratulations. And Esther, and I'm sorry, I am going to mispronounce your last name, ZYGMUNTOWICZ. Congratulations. And I'll pick a third one here, WeGames.nl. So send me a kind of a private message through YouTube. If you click the About tab, you can send me a message and send me the address you would like it shipped to. What else? Okay, so here is, let me zoom in on this and you guys can see. All right, well, we'll start with the most common question, and that is, where did you get veneer? Here's one from Jared Cal Rusty Ellis. He says, where did you find the veneer? My parents went to every single craft store and didn't find veneer. Also, here's another one. I really have no idea where to buy that veneer. We don't really have a Walmart or some special wood shop that sells it for under 50 euros. And the last one, sorry to be a pain. You're not a pain. I'm from the UK and struggling to find any of the wood sheets thin enough. Is wood veneer off Amazon thin enough? Great video, great instructions. Well, here's what I used last time, and this is the pack again. I'll put all the information down in the description below. This is, yes, if it's thin enough. I don't know everything that's being sold on Amazon, but this is about 1 millimeter thick. All of these are. And so if what you're buying is about 1 millimeter thick, it'll work just fine. So I got this from a store called Woodcraft, and it's a chain, and I think there's several of them scattered throughout the United States. I don't know if they're overseas, but a lot of you have bought this veneer, went to the company since the last video, and one of the owners contacted me and said you guys can email him directly if you are interested in buying this veneer and having it shipped to you overseas. So his email will be in the description, but it's jeff@sveneers.com. Double check me on that one. And so they sent a care package. Let me show you what they sent. Well, let's just start with this since it's out. These are wood inlays. These are all individual little pieces of wood all glued together, and you can buy these in various lengths to make you know, your projects a little bit more fancy. If you were to do this by hand, I don't know how long that would take. That would take forever, but luckily you can buy these already done. I would love to have this. I made a chessboard in wood shop in high school, and this would have been cool to put around the edges, I think. Here's another really neat thing, and help me out guys if you know what this stuff is called. It's a bunch of layers of wood all glued together, and it must have a specific name, but like if you're going to turn a pen, if you're going to make a pen or whatever, and you spin it, it really makes a really neat kind of swirly shape in the wood once you're done with this. And I've seen gun stocks made with this kind of stuff as well. So they sent a few samples. We'll make some project out of these. I don't know what yet. Oh, I got to show this. Here's another thing they sent. It's a wood veneer ID kit. And a lot of you were making fun of me last video, and that's all right. Bird's eye maple, because I didn't know the name of that. There's a lot of species of wood. Let's see. 50 species of wood, and each of them are labeled. So what I think we'll do, which would be fun because some of you are having trouble with various woods, I'll cut a strip off of these and we will see how it works to make wood rings, how each of these species of wood bends. Some pieces of wood, some species don't work well for wood rings. I know one of you tried ebony and had a lot of trouble with that, and could not get it to steam and bend no matter what you did. So what else did they send? This is all the care package from Sauers Veneers. Mixed variety, domestic and exotic veneers. Look at this, guys. Isn't that great? So you can get this either through them or wood crafting stores. Just call them or email them and they'll give you the information on it. This is Mixed Variety Domestic and Exotic, another pack. So this will be really exciting to get into. Plus, let's take a look at this. And I asked them about these. I had a few ideas for some projects. They have some pre-dyed veneers. It's all blue. And I'm not sure what wood this is. It looks like a pine, just like a simple wood, but I don't know for sure. Each sequence matched. If you're wondering what that means, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, when they cut the piece of wood and open it up, it's like a butterfly. So there's going to be a pattern to the wood. So if you're making certain things, you don't want a totally different wood grain and texture on the next sheet. So this will match. So if you make, you know, like a tabletop with a veneer, it'll look nice because it will be like, you know, matching panels of wood. Look at this, dyed primary colors: red, blue, green, black, white, and yellow. This will come from, I think I'm going to use this for the next video. This one will be fun. You can buy just reds, just yellows. This is white veneer, dyed white, bleached white, or however they did it. Greens. So you can buy, you know, different shades of greens. Dyed wild colors, variety. So you have orange and purples. Dyed purple. You can get just straight blacks and blue variety. So thanks, guys, for these veneers. We're going to make some great projects, and we're going to do some giveaways with these. They sent extras for giveaways. So let me put the camera back, and so hopefully that gives you some idea of the kind of things that they sell. Obviously, go to their website for more info on those products. One of you said you didn't hear back when you sent an email. I'll just send another one. They're probably a little bit busy. But another thing, I thought maybe we could all put the same words in the subject line of the emails. That way, when they get it, before they even open it, they'll know exactly what you're asking about. So something like YouTube ring video veneers. If you guys put those words in it and then they get a bunch of emails with the same subject, they'll know. It might make their life a little bit easier. I don't know. So I think we answered these questions. Oh, let's say you just still can't get veneers for whatever reason. You can make your own. If you have a table saw, you can set the blade just to cut a really shallow cut right along the edge of a board, and you can do it that way. Another way is if you have a nice plane. And plane down the edge. Now that's going to be a little bit harder, but you got to have a really good plane to do that and pick the right wood, but it is possible. So okay, here's another question. This one's from Cody Payne. Any tips on polishing the ring? I've wet sanded it with 600 grit sandpaper and tried polishing with a rag and super glue, but it just turns white after it dries and it isn't shiny. Well, that's pretty frustrating, and I think the problem is not your sanding at all. I think the problem is most likely the water is still left in the ring from the steaming and the soaking. So I know that people have said when you have super glue that's in humid conditions, like even your breath, if you're blowing on it, it can cause it to have that white kind of haze all over things. So maybe try drying your rings out a bit more, and that should solve the problem. I suspect that's it. It could be something else, but most likely it's that. Here's Sergio says, I'm having a hard time finding that specific glue. Do you suggest any other brands or types? And I got another question. I found the brand in Argentina, but I'm not sure if I can find the Loctite 420 that I used in the video. Yes, if there's any other suggestions on glue. Well, yeah, I went to, you know, I lost that bottle that I used, the Loctite 420 last time. That was great glue. In fact, I'd say it was perfect. I found some runner-ups, okay? So I went to Walmart, Target, Hobby Lobby, Home Depot, and Lowe's. I went to all those stores, looked at all their glue. The good stores to go to were Home Depot and Lowe's. They had the most to choose from. None of them had Loctite 420. I don't know what happened to it. Did they stop selling it and I just grabbed the last bottle off the shelf? I don't know. So if you guys have info on it. But these work, they're not as good, but they're really good. They're still really good. They're not bad, so don't think that you're getting the wrong thing. So this is the one you're going to find most often. It's the Loctite Super Glue Professional. It says liquid there. And you're looking for, what's the name? It's called CA glue, and it stands for cyanoacrylate. Let me look. Cyanoacrylate, yeah, it says right here on the top of the box there. And the more the glue has, like if it's 100% cyanoacrylate, it's going to be very runny and work really quick. The gels, I think, are mixed with something else, and it makes them, you know, so you can use them for different applications. The reason why you want this stuff, like if you pick up the package and you shake it and you hear it slosh around, great. If you don't, if it looks like you're moving it and you see the air bubble moving and it looks like syrup, it's not going to work as well, because what you do, I don't have, let's use this paper here. When you roll your ring up real tight and you put the glue on in a little dab, it goes, the liquid stuff, the real runny stuff goes right into the fibers and makes these rings rock hard. So let's take a second. One of you asked, where is it? Let's skip to that question. Okay. Howard says, have you had any problems with them coming apart? I wonder how long they will last with the oils on your skin or getting into them over time. Well, when you soak these things with the glue, they turn like rock hard and strong. I can't crush this even if I tried. I mean, if I really squeeze, maybe I could crush it. But if you do a thin ring, it's going to be a little bit weaker, but a thicker ring, you're not going to be able to break it. Not easily. And so these are real durable. They're not gimmicky at all. If you think it's kind of going to end up kind of weird, or you know, you're wearing a piece of wood that you got a baby on your finger, it's not the case at all. These are really good rings. They're totally waterproof. You don't have to take this off in the shower. You don't have to take it off to wash your hands. The only time I would take this off is if I'm doing like heavy work. You know, if I'm picking up bricks or rocks, something really abrasive that could ruin it, you know, because it still is wood. It's not, you know, like steel or anything. But I think you'll be surprised at how well these things hold up. Let's see, next question. This one's from Kevin. He says, thanks for the videos. I do have a couple questions. What kind of gloves would you suggest using with that kind of glue? And two, what type of cloth were you using to apply the glue at the end? Well, I used, on the cloth, it was 100% polyester. It was just a t-shirt. So if you look at the tag and it says 100% polyester, great. Just latex gloves will work. A lot of you sent suggestions. Let's see. So let's put this on. I think this is inside out. I think they powder these to make them a little bit, whoops, oh, this will still work for demonstration purposes. Okay, so let's put some on my fingers here. And see how this holds up. I know that it's not going to do anything because I've already tried this, but I'm just showing you on camera. See, it doesn't deform the glove at all. Works pretty good. Okay, so latex. Some of you said nitrile gloves work as well. I found the latex to just be a little bit better. It seems like it sticks a little less. Okay. Would it be possible to use different types of wood to make the ring, like a pattern of 2 layers of dark wood, then light wood, then back to 2 layers of dark? Yeah, totally. And it sounds like you have a specific project in mind. So also look online. You're going to see a lot of different rings that other people made, and they have a lot of creative ideas. You'll see people who've started with one color wood on the inside and ended with a different color on the outside, and it does look really neat. This one's from Alan. He says, I've made 2 successful rings so far, but I noticed that all the light color woods don't bend enough. They splinter when trying to roll them after boiling. Other than boiling more, which doesn't seem to work, is there anything else I can do to make it work? Also, how do you get the wood off the socket? It's super stuck for me. I may have the wrong glue. Thanks for the video. Let's see. So you had a couple questions. I haven't noticed a problem with the light color woods. It might just be, you know, just what you happen to try at the time. Some woods aren't going to work for this, and so that's why I think going through this veneer pack would be a good idea. We can try all those species. We say these ones work great, these ones don't work. So I'll do that real soon. Also, your second question, you can't get it off the socket. Now, the tape was just an idea. It seemed to work pretty well for me, but it was hard to still get the ring off. It didn't just slip off. So another thing I thought you could do, let me get a socket here. All right, so instead of tape on here, if you roll on wax paper, and that's what this is just the back of a label. I peeled off the shipping label and it's just wax paper underneath. If you roll on wax paper, you don't even have to use adhesive, and then start rolling on your veneer. I think that would work just as easy. Some of you have said you just put two pieces of tape together and roll that on. It's the same kind of thing. So that should help. I'll try that next time using wax paper. I haven't done it yet, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. All right, Wesley and Black Dynamite. They both had the same kind of question. Just a weird thought, but with like names being placed on the wood ring, could you use a wood engraver? And then Black Dynamite says, can you try to put a name on it? Well, I haven't done that yet. I think in brass, it would be really hard, solid brass, to cut out little letters that small. I know you can, it's just, you gotta have skill for that. But with the powder, you can do it. And let's skip to, since we're talking about it, I'm gonna skip to this viewer mail. Where is it? Brandon, he made these rings here. He says, this was my first, but I didn't go deep enough with the brass. But he says he does like the color though. So you can see down there how it's getting a bit thin. So if you go a little bit deeper, you won't sand through your brass powder. But down here, at this next photo, check it out. He's done some letters and they came out really nice. It totally works. And you can see on this photo here, he made a different, shape of the ring, which is a great idea. So he did a really good job on that, I think. So that should answer your question. Also, I have, I'll show you at the end of the video, we got something that might help in making, cutting out the letters for rings. Okay, let me make sure I didn't skip. Okay, back to the questions. We only have a few more. Would the sizing be easier by wrapping the veneer around a ring mandrel? Totally. Now there's two kinds of ring mandrels, and this is what jewelers will use to check the size of a ring. They'll slip the ring on, and wherever it stops, that's, the little tick marks show you the size of the ring. The tapered kind don't get, but if you are going to get one, and this will be helpful if you're making a lot of rings, it would probably be really helpful, get the stepped ring mandrel. Just search stepped ring mandrel and you'll see it. You can just wrap your veneer right on that, and you know the exact size right when you start making it. So I don't have one, but if you want to really get into this, I would think buying that would be a great idea. I need a drink of water, man. There's a lot of talking. Marissa Harris says, hi, I got everything to make a few rings, but I'm having so much trouble getting the veneer soft enough to roll. I tried a strip in the microwave and boiled it, and then let it sit, but it just splintered like crazy. Then I tried the stove boiling for a little longer and let it sit, and it not only split apart, but the wood frazed all over as I rolled it. Any suggestions? Well, I think maybe if you tried, have you tried a different kind of wood? If I have trouble with one species of wood, just, skip it, and if you have the variety pack, just pull out another one. Again, we're gonna go through and find out which ones work well and which ones don't. Also, someone sent me a message. I don't know if I printed it out here. No, I didn't. They went and they got edge banding, and they said they got it to work. Now, edge banding, if you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, you probably won't find veneers, but you will find a pack of edge banding, and it's a thin strip of wood. It's very long, and I think it's usually oak or maple. And what they sell it for is to glue on the edge of a piece of plywood. So if you're making a cabinet or something and you don't want that ugly edge of the plywood to show, you iron this stuff on and hide it. So it doesn't help you though when you're making the rings, because you have adhesive on one side of this. So what one of you has suggested, and I'm sorry I don't remember your name, you said you soaked it and that adhesive side came off, and you were able to make rings from it. So that's an option. It is a bit more work, and I would definitely try to get one of these packs first. before I went down that road. But you know, if that's all you can do, it's at least it's something. Let's see. This one's from Terry. Love the work here. Just a suggestion: if you put a small ink mark at the top of each triangle when you were happy with the position, you'll be able to realign them easily at the gluing stage. Yep, that's a great idea. I should have just put a little pen dot on them or something. I was kind of dumb when I did that in the last video. So yeah, I think I'll do that next time. Okay, let me show these off here. And this one's from Linford. He says, I made a total of 3 rings, and I gotta say it was worth the trouble to make. I attached photos of the 3 rings, as well as the blood ring, which is made from epoxy resin and red food coloring. And if you check that out, I mean, who would have thought that you could do that with just epoxy? Let's see, he says he had a bit of trouble with the brass powder method because his lines weren't so sharp and it kind of made curved lines. But he tried a few of them, and check out the shine. He says he used metal/plastic polish for a mirror finish. And I did that on this ring with the Triforce inlay. And I used a metal polish, just like it looks like a tube of toothpaste, and it comes out like toothpaste. And it made the brass on this ring look like a mirror. It was so bright and reflective, but some of that paste got into the grain of the wood, which was hard to get out without sanding it, so you kind of dull the mirror. So if you guys have some suggestions on how to get the brass to shine up like a mirror, but stop the paste from getting into the grooves of the wood, let me know, because I think that's would be good to try. So thanks, Linford, for that email. Last one I have, this is from Clement. He says, hello, I want to thank you for this video. I'm an engineer student in wood industry from France. I like to create things, and your tutorial helped me to create my ring. Here's a link with a picture. Hope you like it. And he says, I'm impressed how strong it is. Yeah, it really is shocking. Once you make one of these, you really do think it's this little delicate thing because it's so thin. It's not, they're strong. He also says, I get my veneer from school. We make wooden dress for our gala with veneer. And he sends a picture. Check that out. That's a pretty neat school. Now, let's see. Let's try some of these things. Let's go to the tool bench, and I want to show you this. And we'll use this this glue. It's a bit thicker, unfortunately, but it'll still work. Well, let's just jump to the tool bench and I'll show you what this is. If you're going to make a lot of these rings, you can buy brass powder already in a bag for you. And this is a lot finer than I was able to grind down with a file. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, this is dust. Wow. You can see how fine this is. It doesn't feel gritty really at all. It's just dust. But you can get more than one type. They have copper powder, brass powder, aluminum powder, bronze powder, and iron powder. And it's a really good deal. You could make so many rings with this. So we're going to try it out and compare it. Also, I wanted to show you another way. And I've been keeping, these are some of the giveaways that some of you have not claimed. Still 3 of you have not claimed your giveaway from the last video, the Make a Wood Ring Kit. Here's another thing you could do. If you have a piece of brass that can fit in a drill, you put it in here, you know, a brass rod, brass, anything that's kind of round. So I put it in here, and this is what I have been doing until I got the powder. Just put your file up against it and drill, and just makes a pile of powder down there. Now this, with a file, is not going to be close to what you get from this, but I'm really curious to see what this new powder does. So let's do this really quick. This is oak. It's fairly tough wood. Okay. All right, let's get this powder. Put a tiny pinch on here. I can tell that this stuff really is a little thicker. Not by much, but it is thicker than the 420. And this is the Type Bond brand. All right, well, if you want to get this powder, let me tell you, I got this from Metal Powders with an S, USA.com, metalpowdersusa.com. I'll put their info in the description. Before we go, let's do another giveaway, and I thought we'd have some fun with this one. It's kind of different. If you want to enter this giveaway, you got to do something different now. You got to subscribe again, leave a comment. So subscribe and comment in the comments section. Leave any kind of comment, but also send me an email. You can do that. Click the About tab. You'll find my email, happyatomIRL@gmail.com. That's spelled ATOM. And I want to hear something that you've made. You can send pictures of it. It could be anything. Something you're proud of that you did. I don't care what it is. It could be any kind of thing. So send some sort of project that you made. It doesn't have to be your own invention, but just something you did that you'd like to share and you think is really neat. Maybe it's something you want me to build as well, or something like that. So share something you've done and tell me about it. All right, so definitely include pictures and tell me about how you did it and what it's made from. So all right, show and tell, and I'll give the winner this wood veneer ID kit. Okay, you got 50 sheets. You could make some wood rings out of it and still have the labels on. I would keep it as is, but you could cut some of that up at least to make a few wood rings if you wanted. And I'll do second and third prizes as well. And I'll send more ring sample kits, okay? So I'll cut some of these woods up into strips, and you'll be able to get a kit with some brass powder I'll include and make your own wood rings. All right, does that sound good? So subscribe, comment, leave any kind of interesting comment in the comment section, and then send me an email to my email address. And in that email, the subject will be Sauers giveaway, okay? SAUERS. And then I'll know that you're entering this giveaway, okay? So good luck, guys. I look forward to seeing what you submit. Hopefully some of them are things we can build in a future video. So anyway, that's gonna be it. I think we took care of everything. Oh, no, we didn't. Boy, this is a wordy video. Okay. This, let me show you this. This came in from Singapore. And I have not opened it. So we're gonna take a look at this now. This was a generous donation from a online retailer. Their name is banggood.com, and they sent, smell that, guys. Oh, this is attached. Let me show you here. They sent a laser engraver for us to try out. Now, I've never even touched one or seen one, so this is going to be all new to me. Let's zoom in there. So in the next video, we're going to set this up, and it doesn't look like there's too much setup involved. It looks like a lot of it's put together. I was worried I'd have to put together, 100 different screws and things. My only concern is, can I get the software to work, and what kind of quality does this burn? So they want us to test this out and see if this can help us in our various wood projects. So I think this might be really neat. If you could get a laser burner to engrave letters on a ring, so you put the ring in and it just burns some letters or designs on it, and then you fill it with brass powder. Wouldn't that be cool? So anyway, that's going to be in a future video, either the next one or the one right after. Okay, so anyway, thanks guys, you're awesome. And I can't believe my kids have been this quiet tonight to allow me to film this. Sometimes I have to put off making videos because it's just too loud in this house. I got 5 kids and 1 on the way. So anyway, thanks guys, we'll see you next time.